Hey there, Pablo. My name is Camila Domingues, and I'm with winteriscoming.net. How are you?
Good, Camila. How are you today?
Doing great, doing great. Thanks for chatting with me today about this incredible season two of Halo. How is it playing one of like my generation's biggest video game heroes? How is it fun? Like how do you feel about that?
It's a huge honor. It's a huge honor. I've said it from the beginning. From the moment I got the job, it's like I've been pinching myself, and at the same time, I realize kind of how big of a burden it is, and how many hopes and dreams and how many versions of the Master Chief there are out there. Because when you play the video game, you play the video game as the Master Chief. So everybody who's playing the video game has their own take on who the character is and what's important about the character, because we all kind of see him as a version of ourselves. Um, and so I've felt the weight of that from the beginning, and also really celebrated and enjoyed having the opportunity to be the guy who gets to do this. And I couldn't be more grateful for the experience, and I couldn't be happier for all of the Halo fans to get to experience the this version, season two, and see how much they can enjoy an experience that adds to the Halo universe in a way. And I hope as many people as possible can come enjoy it.
Sure, sure thing. No, I completely agree. I think it's great. It's a cool little difference between like the game Master Chief and the show Master Chief, and I really enjoy how you play him. I think you're great at it. But speaking of John, just where do you think his state of mind is going to be going into the second season? He just went through a lot in the first season. Now being able to
Yeah, he
feel,
really did, didn't he? It was a lot happened to him in that first season.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so his state of mind, is colored by all of that. Obviously, all of the early experiences with kind of his developing humanity and experiencing emotions for the first time, and all of this stuff. It's colored by at the end of the season, Cortana took over his consciousness to get him out of a jam. He spent a pretty decent portion of the first season being quite resistant to the idea of Cortana and kind of pushing her away. And by the end of the season, he really started to feel how important she was and how valuable she could be. And then he sort of gave himself up to her by the end of the season. We start the second season, and she's been taken away from him, and we don't know why. And he has to wrestle with what it meant to have somebody that could help him in his job, and to have a partner basically,
yeah.
and now what it means to be alone. He's sort of wrestling with all of those feelings, and he's burdened by the fact that the whole Silver team is on some distant planet doing mop-up work that they don't feel that good about. Everybody's questioning him because they don't know why they're being asked to do this, and he's
Right.
just trying to keep everything together. So
Right.
that's where we meet him at the beginning of the season.
I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. But thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you, and great job with just playing John. Thank you.
Thank you, Camilla. Appreciate you.